Hi all, welcome and thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos. I'm very excited to show this to you. It's a Truggy 1/8 scale basher Sabertooth, one of their latest releases. This video is sort of my first impressions out of the box. It's not an unboxing, as you can see, it's already out of the box, but I'll basically give you my first impressions and a closer look to the car. Then what else was in the box? Some stickers you can see here in this package together with the wing. Then you can see the instruction manual in another bag with two, for now, unidentified plastic bits. I don't know what they are. And then some more stickers, but that's basically the way the car comes out of the box. The body feels pretty sturdy. It comes with a protective film still on top, so remove that if you buy the car before you put any stickers. The wheels look a little bit oversized, but we'll go through those details a little bit later because I want to show you the box as well. As you read on the box, it has all waterproof electronics. Now let me turn the box. And the box, by the way, came a little bit damaged because what they do in the NL or the UK warehouse, basically, they wrap the box into paper. They just sand it off like that. So there are some marks on the box and some gaps, basically, but it's acceptable for what I paid for it. By the way, I paid 230 euros. Including shipping and including two 4000 milliamp batteries. We'll talk about those batteries later. It has, by the way, a 2x2 7.4 volt battery setup. Again, we'll go into that later. But here's just some specs, so it's easy to read it off from the box. So it's a brushless motor set with a 100 amp ESC. Again, it's all waterproof. Then it has a 1845 kV or 1845 kilovolt brushless motor. The shocks are big bore shocks, but they are very similar size to any 1/8 scale car that you would expect. It has, as I mentioned before, a dual battery configuration. We'll see that later. It has a thick aluminium chassis, but it's very similar again to what you would expect from a 1/8 scale car, basically. Then wide soft compound tires. We'll discuss the tires as well later, but basically that's the box. I'll be using some reference points to my Losi 1/8 scale buggy because that's the only other 1/8 scale car I got, and well, it's easy to compare certain objects of the car with that car. So let's actually move into the car. Now, as I briefly mentioned, the wheels. Now these are my Losi 1/8 scale wheels, and these are 2.8 inch wheels, and as far as I'm aware, do correct me if I'm wrong in my opinion, but as far as I'm aware, every Truggy should have 1/8 scale Truggy should have 2.8 inch wheels as well. So these obviously are a little bit bigger, which makes me dependent from the Hobbyking shop to order spare wheels, basically, and they don't even have them in the European warehouse, so I'll need to order them from the Hong Kong or the China warehouse if ever I need to replace them, or I'll need to go to smaller wheels. Then the body, it looks, it's pretty okay. I think I'm not sure if it's really Lexan, but it's pretty thick and it feels very strong, so that's fine. Then let's take off the body. First of all, the assembly of the car, because I did have my hands on some other 1/10 scale in particular cars from Truggy, and every time I was disappointed with the assembly of the car because, for example, I had some it didn't have good gear mesh, or the diffs were grinding, and it always required some extra work to get the car running right, basically. In this case, all seems to be fine. It has a front, a rear, and the central differential, and I have to say the build quality is the assembly quality, sorry, is pretty much spot on, as well as the gear mesh. So I'm very happy about that. The car seems to be running very smoothly. I mean, pushing forward and backwards, there's no specific grinding noise, and everything seems to be right in place. Obviously, I'll need to do some thread locking on the screws. I'm talking about the screws. Very weirdly, it has both. You can see there a hex, and you can see as well some Phillips screws. So it's a combination of 2.5 hex screws together with Phillips screws, which is a bit disappointing in a way. The sway bars have 1.5 millimeter hexes, but I don't understand why they would choose the combination of both hex and Phillips. By the way, the motor is here. You can see it's a very tall motor. I haven't run the car, obviously, as you can see. But yeah, it promises to have a lot of power. It should reach 65 miles an hour, as I understand. The ESC is a 100 amp waterproof ESC. They didn't pasted on entirely straight, but yeah, that's forgivable again. The connectors are two HXT or banana plugs, and then they have 4mm bullets inside basically. I already put in one of the two batteries that I ordered. Again, it was 230 euros all included, including two batteries, and let me show you, because I put one in there. It's a good fit. Let me show you that actually. Then this is the second battery. It's a Truggy 4000 milliamp battery, by the way, ROR approved. Interesting. They were under $20 or under 15 euros, which is absolutely a brilliant price. Now, interestingly, and I'll put all the batteries together. These are slightly bigger. This is a 5500 milliamp. This is a 4000 milliamp. These two batteries fit in exactly as well. It requires a slight push, but they fit in perfectly. Then these are standard batteries that you would use on a 110 scale sedan, so you can see here there's a small difference, but these batteries do fit in perfectly, so that's very interesting for all of you guys out there. Then the build quality, the plastics seem a little bit, as usual for Truggy, they're very bendy, but then the shock towers are made out of metal, and I'll see what it gives basically. Do subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos about this, but I'll run this through the standard procedures of bashing it and racing it on the track basically. Then as far as the turnbuckles and the A-arms and the hub carriers, in comparison to my 1/8 scale lossy, they're not as thick as those basically. Maybe it's slightly not in proportion because it's actually wider, the car, and it may look a little bit different, but in my opinion it feels like they're not as thick as what you would have on a brand 1/8 scale car. The car, by the way, is well over 50 centimeters long. The wheelbase in comparison to my Lossy 8 is on each side about 1 inch longer. The car is 42 centimeters wide, so 50 centimeters long and 42 wide without the wing, so basically counting until the end of the wheel. Then yeah, basically the shocks and the suspension seems a little bit underdamped and undersprung. I do think with the acceleration it has on the 4Cell, it will be squatting quite a lot, and yeah, I need to improve that. That's the only thing that's kind of bothering me out of the box. It's really way too soft and it will just scrape its ass over the ground basically. Apart from that, for the price, I'm really impressed. I'm very excited about this car. Yeah, and it's definitely a recommender, even though I haven't driven it yet, but I'm really looking forward to driving this car. Now again, if you like this video, if you want to see more about me and basically my hobbyism, I do have a lot of cars, by the way. Do subscribe to my channel. If you want me to go into detail about something in particular about this car, just post it on my channel. I'll be very happy to even make a video or give you comments at least about those details. And apart from that, I'll be posting more. I'll make a series about this car in particular because I'm really excited about it basically. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you for subscribing if you do so, and do like the video if you like it. So see you next time, guys.